We're live in Beirut in a street that's quite close to downtown and has been very destroyed tonight. The glass is all over the street. Entire buildings are damaged, and I'm following someone who lives in the neighborhood and has left with her television set in her hand, and her friends they took all their stuff and left. I'm just going to see if she can say something to me. Can you just describe what happened, what you heard, and what you're doing now?
I was standing on the balcony filming. There was like a fire on the Beirut port. They said it was a firework container. And so I was filming that, then there was one explosion. And then another one, like a huge one. That one just threw me inside. And the whole apartment is completely wrecked. The streets are full of people. I think a lot of people don't know where to go because all the houses are like completely destroyed. There's a lot of injured. Apparently there's a lot of dead people. And some people stranded apparently in buildings and stuff. So it's a war zone.
Do you mind just taking a mask down while you speak? Can you explain what are you doing? You're taking all your stuff in your hands and you're walking through the streets. Where are you going?
We just took our valuables, our papers, the laptop and stuff, and our dog, because even the house, the apartment is completely broken. And we're going to my mom's probably. She lives in the mountain. Our cats are still stranded. We couldn't find them.
How long do you think they'll be gone for?
Oh, I think we're gonna have to move apartment. Like, we rent, so it's easier, I guess, for us than for other people. But to get rid of everything in the apartment and get to everything, it's gonna be hell. And I don't know, it's terrible. It's super scary. I don't know what happened exactly. Some rumors say that it was a bombardment. We did hear planes flying quite low right before it happened, so that's a possibility too. I don't know, we'll see.
So you just heard the testimony of a woman who lives in a neighborhood and whose apartment was completely destroyed, and who's leaving to outside Beirut to her mother's because she can't stay tonight in the flat. I'm going to flip around the video so that you can have an idea of the destruction here. I'm in a street in an area called Jemeizeh. So this is an area with a lot of restaurants and a lot of bars, and it's also got quite a few residential buildings. There's a huge traffic jam because there's so much destruction. You can see there's glass all over the floor. Right in front of me, I think there's first aid. Someone is being transported by an ambulance away from the scene. I'm just going to walk past. So this is an injured person in Jemeizeh who's being taken away on a stretcher. We're not very far from the place of the explosion, in a neighborhood that's quite close to the port, and it's a mix of residential apartments and restaurants and shops. So now I'm just moving along the street, and you can see that there's a house that completely collapsed. I'm gonna just get out of the way so the ambulance can drive past. As you can see, the rocks from the building just fell straight down and completely smashed the cars underneath. You can see this car. I know it's dark, but you can maybe see a little bit. And I'm just walking through the rocks on the ground. So this car, for example, has been completely smashed by some concrete blocks that were above. People are filming and crying.
This is
It's a
Mrs.
real shock.
Hassan Nasrallah. This is the Hassan Nasrallah.
Okay, so this guy is using swear words against a local political party. Some more destroyed cars. Another destroyed shop. This is the army. I'm not allowed to film them, so I'm going to put the camera to the side, to the floor. You can see this terrace has completely fallen onto the cars underneath. This car has been completely smashed by the strength of the explosion that happened a few hours ago in Beirut, in the port. Details of what exactly happened are unclear, but there's hundreds of injured and probably a lot of dead. You can see here an injured woman sitting on the ground and the army walking towards me. An ambulance is trying to pass. It's going to be quite loud, so you might not hear me. You can see a Japanese restaurant there, a sushi restaurant. It is absolutely destroyed, just like the car that was parked outside. I'm not going to film it because it's graphic, but I think there's a dead body on my left. You can see there's a small crowd and there's a body that's covered in a body bag behind. The army is taking pictures and telling us to move away. It's not surprising that a lot of people were injured and hurt considering the extent of the damage. As you can see, concrete slabs as well as just pieces of building fell straight on the street. It's very difficult even to walk, and it's nearly impossible for cars, and it's very hard also for ambulances to walk through here, to drive through here. This is the building of Lebanon's electricity company. As you notice, the city is completely dark right now. Even in the electricity company building, a few windows are smashed, actually most windows. The city is completely dark. It looks like electricity is completely cut. There's been electricity problems in the country for quite a while, and electricity cuts were increasing, but I think that even private generators are not working right now. So as you can see, trees also fell. This is another damaged building behind this Red Cross truck. You can see the metal front was completely blown out, and the trees also fell on the car below. Thanks for following us on the National tonight, and I'll probably see you in the morning.